Hey, what's up everyone? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA Finals game number 2 between the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets on Sunday, June 4th, 2023. We have NBA player prop spreads, over-unders, money lines here for you today. We're going to have 3 picks, like great value bets for this game number 2 between the Heat and the Nuggets. Guys, can the Heat respond in game 2 and send this back to South Beach 1-1? Time will tell, or are the Nuggets going to have a commanding 2-0 lead in this series? We will see what happens here on Sunday. Should be a great game. If you all are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We still are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support. You guys absolutely rock. Just make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe for me. Guys, we've been absolutely killing it here in the playoffs, and here recently we're on an 8-1 run over our last 3 games. We were coming off of 2 sweeps. In game number 1, we went 2-1. We were able to cash Caleb Martin under 6.5 rebounds. He finishes with 4. That went honestly kind of how I thought it would in a lot of ways. Martin lost a lot of minutes to Highsmith. Highsmith came in and played really well, and kind of the size problem with Martin kind of played out a little bit there. You know, he's 6'5", and they ended up kind of going away from him. Didn't even play the 4th quarter, obviously. So, you know, that worked out for us. We had Jokic over 13.5 rebounds. Guys, he ends up finishing with 10. He just didn't, you know, Michael Porter Jr. gobbled up a lot of the rebounds. Not really a lot we could do there. The ball just didn't bounce our way, and sometimes that's what happens. And then our same game parlay cashed. Once again, these parlays are hot. Plus 115 value on that one. And we also cashed day 1 of our ladder challenge as well. If you guys follow us on Twitter, I also posted this on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok about midday before ahead of game 1. I posted a ladder challenge up by request from our boy Byron. And we were able to cash that as well. It was plus 125. I put 25 on that to pay out 56. We're going to be running game number 2. Look for that to be live about noon on Sunday Eastern time. I'll post that on all our platforms once again. So make sure you guys follow us for game 2 when I have a few more lines that I can use and stuff like that. So looking forward to that. But absolutely crushing it, guys. Like I said, 8-1 run. We're on fire. Let's keep it rolling today. Let's keep the good vibes going. Be sure to drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section as well. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Now for our comment cappers from game 1, we had Lit Picks calling Jamal Murray over 25.5 points, was able to cash that. And Anthony Moe calling Jimmy Butler under 27.5 points, was also able to cash that. So great calls from our cappers. One last thing I'd say, if you guys are interested in getting these lines early, getting access to lines early, when I finish my notes, I post them up in the community tab for our Straight Fire MVPs. It's just $3.99 per month if you guys are interested in that. You get a badge next to your name, some custom emojis, roll card in the Discord, and shoutouts in our video. And it's a great way to support the channel as well. Totally your guys' decision, you know, how you guys want to do that. If you guys want to continue to wait for the videos, it's just one of the perks that we offer, and it goes a long way in supporting us. But yeah, regardless if you guys do that, I appreciate all of you guys. You guys absolutely rock. Let's get after it today. Let's get into what we're here for. Let's get right into the picks here today, guys. And number 1, we are going back to a legend here at the channel, guys. We are 7-1 with this man in the playoffs. We are going Aaron Gordon under 22.5 PRAs here for the Denver Nuggets. Minus 115 odds here on FanDuel. So guys, Gordon here so far 11 out of 16 in the playoffs to this under. Now you guys will notice in game number 1, Gordon came out and was absolutely killing it, right? He had 17 PRAs in the first quarter of the NBA Finals game number 1. He had just 6 though after that from quarters 2 to 4. So what does that tell you? The Heat did adjust to him, right? We talked about the size problems. Gordon was one of the big issues that I mentioned with Caleb Martin. As far as being a size issue, and you really saw that play out in the early part of the game. Gordon just bullied his way to the basket several times for easy layups, putbacks, stuff like that. He dominated that first quarter. Then he didn't do virtually anything after that. You know, the Heat were able to adjust, particularly at the end of the game. They really started adjusting, which I like seeing that. We've been absolutely on fire with Aaron Gordon. We're 7-1, like I said, with him here at the channel. I love playing his unders. We've been doing that all playoffs, and I think he's got another great shot to go under. I think you'll see adjustments once again from the Heat. They have to. Obviously, they can't allow that to happen again. You can't. It was just too easy at one point. And, you know, we still saw Gordon with low volume, though, right? After the first quarter, I think he attempted just 2 shots. He finished with just 10 shot attempts, 10 rebound chances, and 4 potential assists. So as you guys can see, his volume was still fairly low, which I honestly like seeing that. We have a lot of things working for us with this bet as well, and the fact that you could see Aaron Gordon always get into foul trouble because he is more of a big guy. But also the blowout potential once again is there. If the Nuggets take off in this game and, rout the Heat in game 2, which is a possibility. I don't think that's going to happen, but it is a possibility. We always have to make mention of that. But really think he's got a great shot to go under. He's been an under cash cow, during these playoffs. I like going with him again. I think the Heat makes some adjustments, and we're going to see Gordon with pretty low volume here in game 2. So, love it there for our number 1 pick, guys. We're going Aaron Gordon, under 22.5 PRAs here for the Denver Nuggets. Minus 115 odds here on FanDuel. All right. And at number 2, we're going with Max Strus, over 8.5 points here for the Miami Heat. Minus 110 odds here on Bet Rivers. So, you guys will see Max Strus went 0 for 10, 0 points in game number 1. Threw up an absolute goose egg. He was terrible. But here, as a result of that, and kind of the speculation surrounding Tyler Herro coming back, you're getting quite a discounted line here, down to 8.5. And I really do like that, guys. If you think about that, that's just 3 threes, and Strus likes to shoot that 3 ball. And obviously, there's going to be positive regression here for Max Strus, right? I don't see him going 0 for 10 from the floor again. I haven't seen him play that bad, I don't think ever, honestly. So maybe a little shell shock there in game 1, but I expect it to be more ready in game 2. The Heat, guys, need Max Strus' production. They absolutely have to have it. It's not like one of those things where they could just set him at the end of the bench. And they did, in game 1, but they can't afford to do that. They really need his production. He played 20 minutes in game 1. So I'm expecting him to play more minutes. I'm expecting him to knock down some shots. That's the biggest thing. They need his production, though. This is not negotiable for the Heat. There isn't enough pieces on their team that could come in and fill the void of what Max Strus could do. Max Strus, when he's on, he could be a very efficient scorer. He adds the 3-point versatility that the Heat desperately need, obviously surrounding Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. So they need him to step up. And, bottom line, Strus is 10 out of his last 13 in the playoffs to this over. And we saw him in 2 regular season games versus Nuggets pile up 19 and 23 points in 2 meetings. So I think he gets back on track. I think it's just one of those things where he just, the Heat were, I think, a little shell-shocked. He was not the only one that shot like this. We saw Caleb Martin go 1 for 7 from the floor, so it wasn't just Max Strus. The role players for the Heat just did not play well, did not shoot the ball well outside of Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry started bringing it back, but I think Strus here picks it up, and he makes a big impact on this game. I honestly think the 15-point, for him to get 15-plus points for a sprinkle is definitely worth it. It was plus 700 on FanDuel. I'm not sure what it's at now. Like I said, there is news here surrounding Tyler Herro, so the odds could definitely change on this bet. I still love him. If it moves up to 9.5, I still love that at plus value as well for 9.5. So definitely still, I'd still play that. But I love him to bounce back here in game number 2, guys. We're going Max Strus over 8.5 points here for the Miami Heat. Minus 110 odds here on Bet Rivers. All right, guys, it is time for our same game parlay. Now, I had to mix up our book as far as the book we're using for this. So you guys will notice this is DraftKings that we have here for you today. They had a few more alternate lines that I needed to make this work. That's why I'm not going to put the ladder out till about midday Sunday, and that'll probably be a FanDuel thing. But here's what we got for our same game parlay. Full unit once again on this, guys. You guys will see my unit size there, $30 to pay out $75. So what we got here? We got Jamal Murray over 3.5 assists. Well, he's done this in all 16 games in the playoffs, so obviously we love seeing that. Jimmy Butler over 3.5 assists, 15 out of 18 games in the playoffs, 11 out of his last 11. So we love to see that. Jimmy Butler alternate over 4.5 rebounds, 16 out of 18 games in the playoffs. We saw him get 7 there in game number 1. I think, like I said, 5 rebounds, pretty easy there for Jimmy Butler. We got Caldwell Pope here to hit 1 3. Now, this was a little dicey in game 1. He did get there for us, but he didn't attempt a ton. I expect him to attempt a few more threes, hopefully make this bet easier on us. He is 13 out of 16 in the playoffs, 8 out of 9 at home. But I like him to knock down 1 3. When he gets the looks, he normally knocks them down. He's a very good 3-point shooter, very efficient. And then we got the Miami Heat alternate plus 14.5 spread. So, yeah, guys, I know I mentioned the blowout there when we're talking about Aaron Gordon, but I really don't think that's going to happen. I think the Heat keep this game close. I think they'll definitely cover 14.5. I honestly think they'll cover the 8.5 as well. I think the Heat will have a response here in game number 2. I really do. This game should be fairly close. I like the Heat here to keep it close. Obviously, they're a very tough, resilient team, guys. They bounce back. They're very gritty. I don't see them getting wiped in game 2. I still see the Nuggets, probably winning the game. I think the Heat will have a shot, though. I really do. We'll see what happens, but I do like that. Now, as far as the total, you guys have my lean for the spread. Heat 8.5 would be my lean on the spread. Both of our leans actually hit in game 1 as well. Now, I don't track those officially, and I'm not necessarily betting them. Now, I did end up last second actually betting the Nuggets spread, which I did cover, but these are leans, so do with the information what you will. But I do think the Heat cover in game 2. They're very resilient. As far as the over/under 215, that's a little bit tighter, but we saw the total 197 in game number 1. I think we go under again. I know it's they dropped it down to 215. I still think we go under that mark. I still think things will be tough and gritty, but I think the Heat kind of step up to the plate. They make some adjustments here on defense. They kind of lower the scoring of the Nuggets. And also going to knock down some more shots. That's why I think they cover the spread. But appreciate you guys. That is our leans for this game. Those are our picks, our 3 official picks. You guys got them. I appreciate you guys, all the support that you guys give. Make sure you guys follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We'll post up our ladder challenge day number 2. We'll be putting $56 down on day number 2. We rolled with 25 in game 1. We'll be putting $56 down on a bet here in game 2 for day 2 of our ladder challenge. All right, guys, other than that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace out.